Check.
Deliver room, deliver room, deliver room, deliver room, deliver room, deliver room, deliver room.
Living room.
Hi, what's up, guys?
What's going on, y'all? How y'all doing? It is your main man, Mr. Starvin Artist, and I'm here with
Your boy Jay Allen.
I'm Jay Allen.
And we cannot forget our buddy, my buddy.
Hello.
Hey, buddy. What's going on? Happy Monday.
Hi.
This is Monday. What is today's date? The 15th of June.
15th.
15th of June.
Guys, and we had a lot of good TV, so let's just
jump right
in
into
there.
it. Like,
All right, yeah. So we're
Okay.
gonna start with Devious Maids, Mondays,
Devious
One
Maids.
Lifetime.
Yes, it is.
You know, so on Devious Maids, basically, you know, not Carmen, but what's her name? Marisol? Marisol decides that she's gonna start a new chapter in her life, so she wants to start a temp agency or a placement agency for maids.
Wait a minute, though. How many careers has Marisol had on this show?
She's been a maid.
She's been a maid?
Undercover.
Right? She's an author?
Author. A socialite.
A
A housewife.
housewife, and now she's a temp agency.
But you know what? I think this is a good look for her because, you know, her book has been real successful. She knows what it takes to be a maid, and she's friends with the maids, and she's that nice in between.
She's friends with the maids.
Right, and she's friends with the maids and friends with the rich people too, so she can actually place them really well.
Mediation. Yeah.
Yeah, and you know, one of Carmen, you know, basically wants a job.
Carmen.
Yeah.
You mean Carmen the singer?
The singer.
The singer and the dancer
Yes.
and all that good stuff?
Yeah, so Carmen wants a job,
Mhm.
but Carmen is not really a good maid at all.
No. she's
So,
never
you
been
know,
successful at it.
Marisol keeps making all these excuses why she won't hire her. She's like, oh, there's nobody that comes in.
But also Marisol is letting Carmen live with her right now because she's homeless.
Right, because she's homeless, so I'm already letting you live for you. I'm not gonna make you a bad reputation or
My
anything
new
like
agency.
that. Or my new
Brand new
agency. And you know, but she doesn't really come out immediately and tell her that. She's like,
No,
oh, there's
she-
no placements.
She tries
Oh,
to keep it on the
yeah.
low. Yeah.
So, you know, Carmen sets her up. So she was like, you know, get someone to call and basically request a maid that's her exact
specifications. Yeah.
Even down to the ethnic race.
Right. Everything that is Carmen.
Right. And then she's like, oh, well, we
We have
have
this perfect woman, and it ain't Carmen who they say it is.
Oh my God,
and you
that
know
is
what she
crazy.
does? Carmen goes and confronts Marisol.
She was like, listen, why did you do this?
And Marisol tells her,
Yeah, she was like, girl,
you're a bad maid.
right, you're a bad
You
bad
stink
maid.
at this.
Right. Also, you know, little Valentina and Remy. You know, Remy proposes to Valentina.
My bad. I fell asleep real quick.
But you know, she goes to ask her mom for permission, and her mom initially says no. But then her mom gets a surprise because Javier proposes
That's the
to
question
Zola.
as well.
So then Zoila.
Marisol.
So you know, Zoila changes her mind because she's like, oh, I can't be hypocritical.
Is that why she changed her mind though?
Yes, because she was scared that, you know, she's been telling her, no, you can't get married, you can't get married.
But
And
she's
she kept
pregnant.
being like, she's pregnant. But she didn't know that
She
either.
didn't know that either,
She was
yeah.
like, mommy, and that was the whole reason why Valentina and Remy want to get married, because they've been dating all this time. It's the love of her life, and they've never had sex before. And she's a virgin, which is so sweet.
Can you meet the love of your life at 18?
Well,
Well, yeah, I mean, there's high school
she's
sweetheart.
like 20,
so.
I think.
I know, but she's been with him for a few years.
A
So
minute
she
now,
was
yeah.
like about 17, 18.
And I'm surprised because they was all the way over there in
In
Africa.
Africa,
I mean, but that's great that people still, you know, keep
That's
it
what
right.
you call TV.
Let me tell you, because you try this here, you will be alone. This is why I am single. Because listen, people want the benefits without the responsibility.
Look at that
So,
Instagram quote right
yes, and so you know what? These thoughts be putting out.
there. That's the way to land.
It is, and if you don't put out that you single, so that's why I be single. So
Another moment.
right.
for Jay Allen.
He's
But,
single because he a thought for real. Yeah. Go ahead.
Buddy.
What else happened on
So Rosie.
Rosie?
So Rosie's finally get up out of this hospital. Where
Yes.
she's been for the past 5 months apparently.
Right.
Uh-huh.
And she finds out.
That's about Spence and his the way he's been taking care of the apartment and what's this little boy's name?
Miguel.
Oh, she's like, oh, Miguel. Why Rosie talk like that? Oh, Mr. Spence. Oh, Miguel. Why she talk like that?
I don't.
She's a grown woman. But yeah, she's very disappointed in the way that Spence has been taking care of things.
Right.
And Spence wants to hire a maid. So Spence ain't really working right now like that. He's doing softcore porn and whatever else. He don't got no money right. He's supposed to hire a maid. And Rosie forbids him for doing so.
Right.
You know what he does? He finds a way to lure Zoila and Carmen, the world's worst maid.
Right.
Who oddly enough used to be Spencer's maid though. Last year that was Spencer's maid.
Right. When they broke up.
They broke up.
They did somebody.
Yeah. But she gets him over there, and Spence manipulates him with his soap opera acting skills,
right,
into like cleaning up the place. Rosie finds out and be like,
because Miguel tells,
because and what's wrong with Miguel? What's wrong with Miguel? I swear he needs medication.
Oh my God, leave little Miguel alone. He's so cute.
No, don't do right.
please, no. All right, and you know what? One of the things is that, Rosie's so upset because she's like, when I was with Ernesto, he did this, when I was with Ernesto, that. If I am dating you, I don't care what your ex or your person you was with.
They're not even dating, they're married.
Right, if I'm married or dating you, I do not care what they did because it's irrelevant. Stop bringing that up.
And Spence says so. He's like, I don't want to hear about Ernesto.
But like, I'm not Ernesto. Like, you cannot keep comparing me. If you want to be with, go be with them. Like, I hate that.
People have done that to you before.
You're not gonna get it.
You seem very impassioned,
Rachel.
Rachel.
All right. And what else is going on?
What else going on? So our interesting new little Blanca. Yes, our new maid.
Yes, so Blanca is actually that was really one of the reasons why Marisol actually started the placement agency, because she helped Blanca get the job.
She did such a good job at it.
Right.
Mm-hmm. How you just gonna start an agency like that?
She's like, if you can dream it, you can do it.
She just did it too.
Right.
But yeah, so Blanca is working for
the white lady.
the people from the first season.
Right.
And she just helped clean up the mess from that blood from the last season.
There's a whole bunch of blood everywhere. First of all, if this whole living room has got blood over it because someone broke into my house. How
does that happen?
Right, because she was like, how is he walking? Call the police. She won't call the police, and you sitting up there cleaning up a crime scene and not curious. Right.
No, but like seriously, if y'all saw like the blood on it, it's like the planet, it was like this. That was like so Prince of Blood. Like,
right. So then she realizes that something going on. She decides that she's gonna quit because she's like
smart. That was just one of the smartest things I ever saw on TV. That girl said, "I'm leaving," and she got up out of there.
They taught us better than this at McKinley High.
McKinley High, I'm out of here.
Mr. Schuster would not ever for this. So Blanca goes and to Marisol and was like, I basically need a new job, because she's asking me to do more than what I'm required to do.
Yes.
And Marisol's like, you know what? Sometimes when they ask you, sometimes a misstep is an opportunity in disguise. So this girl goes
Staffords,
back.
that's their name. The Staffords. Taylor Stafford.
Taylor, that's right. So Blanca goes back and she was like, you know what? I changed my mind. I'll work for you in exchange.
Like, ooh, I think my tuition is so much this. Semester.
Right, I'm going to UCLA, and
it's really, really expensive.
Can I get a raise?
Can I? But at the same time, though, if you think that there's a murder going on in the joint, you're going to try to get your tuition in the barter for that?
Or I'm going to be a maid the rest of my life. I'll take my chances. And then, one of the other things, too, was that Evelyn, her and her husband have really been trying to get that fire back. And so, her husband Adrian found out that he really loves the dominatrix, so he invites her to this bathhouse, basically.
Not a bathhouse. It is not a bathhouse. He invites her to an S&M club. Bathhouse. And she sees And she actually starts to get into a little bit, but she sees a friend of hers there, and she remarks about. I guess we actually didn't mention this. That early in the episode, Evelyn found a foot from last episode.
Oh right.
And that's been the whole talk of the town that's been shaming Evelyn and Adrian.
Right, about that foot.
About that foot, my left foot.
Now, would you go to a S&M club with your significant other?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's my significant other, so why not?
Buddy, I feel like you would go.
Buddy would do almost anything.
I think you would go without a significant other.
I probably would.
I would
If
go
I'm
with
doing
my
the whipping.
significant
Yeah, if
I
I'm
don't
doing
know
the
about
whipping.
you.
other. Keep the fire alive. I ain't
Yeah.
saying we gonna get everybody else up in the mix though, but you know,
I feel like we could keep the fire alive some other kind of way.
in the bedroom though, like in your own house, the same sheets and curtains.
I mean,
I
I
that
don't
gets
mind.
kind of yeah.
I wouldn't mind smacking a hoe with a whip for free, you know.
Do I know this hoe though?
Okay.
I'm just saying.
And then, you know what? Because Valentina actually is leaving to go to New York with Remy.
Thank you.
Carmen actually.
10 minutes.
They finally
Jesus,
got.
okay.
They finally got a. They finally got a job with. Carmen gets a job with the Powell, so
The
that'll be
Powells.
an interesting
The Powells.
dynamic. So that'll be funny. So let's move on.
Yes.
We're gonna talk about Unreal on
Unreal,
Lifetime.
so fake, so fake. That's reality TV for you. And Lifetime is taking a look at the behind the scenes of reality TV. Everlasting.
AKA The Bachelor.
The Bachelor, ABC.com. So this week's episode actually takes us deeper into the mind of the Unreal characters. And we get to know a little bit more about Nutty Rachel.
Rachel, yes. Yeah, I mean, her story's starting to unfold a little bit. And so, yeah, it's really interesting. And then also we learned a little bit more about the executive, I guess he's the executive producer, Chet, the one that the other producer's been sleeping around with,
We see his
basically.
wife.
And we find out that he has a wife. We didn't even know
We
he
didn't
was
know he had a
married.
wife, yeah.
And then we also find out that he's pregnant. She's pregnant, too. Which, you know,
How old was she?
right,
though?
that's what she was like. How old is your wife? How
old
was
was
she
she,
pregnant?
though?
I remember she just telling her that because she know that she's sleeping with her. But you know, he's like trying to convince her to stay. But he's like, you know, I can't leave right now, yada yada yada. But I have these plans for a house that you can live in. Like, people,
yeah.
men, women.
Don't the side joint never wins.
You never gonna win.
You never win.
You know, you're not gonna win. He's not gonna leave. You know, you can keep your Mary Jane, Olivia Pope status, but that's about as far as you're gonna get. So he's not gonna leave. We also start to see how they're building the characters, I think, which is really interesting. Like the black girl.
How the individuals are starting to build the characters. So we saw a lot of the production team actually solicit people who they thought could be the bitch.
Yeah, because
of the season.
they're missing a bitch now since
Mm-hmm.
he sent them home last week.
Yes, and they're actually creating the bitch,
They're creating, which is awful.
which is reality TV.
But it's so awful how they're doing it, you know. And the black girls, you know, they basically go to the black girls. They're like, look, you know,
You ain't gonna win.
you're not gonna win. You ain't never
You
seen
ain't
a black
gonna
girl win. So
You
if
ain't
you
gonna
want to stay around and not get cut, you better turn up like Amarosa and Nene Lee.
And that's what they said. Omarosa saying Nene Leaks.
Right.
Turn it up, turn it up.
Turn it up.
Mm-hmm.
And so one of them decide, you know what? I'm trying to open up a beauty salon, so I'm about to turn
And then
it
she
up.
said, ridiculous.
And you know, which is really breaking my heart though is how they're creating this new psycho bitch character. Oh,
What doesn't break my heart about is that she came back. So
Yeah.
she had a chance to leave this
Right.
thing, and she came
Right.
back. So I'm like, Slim, you've already seen that they exploited. They kept the fact that your father died almost sick away from you. Like anybody that would do that.
Yeah, she finds out her dad's in ICU. basically.
ICU, yeah.
Yeah, and they're like, oh my God, your dad's in. And they don't tell her, but then Rachel
don't
decides
tell
like,
her.
oh, I'm gonna tell her that you're in ICU. She tries to escape first of all.
She runs barefoot
Right.
down this gravel road
And then,
in
you
the
know,
woods.
like they chase her like she a wayward pines. Like she cannot leave. And then, you know, she decides that she's gonna leave the show, but then they kind of get access to the funeral and go to the funeral, convince her to come
How
back.
you get access to the funeral? That's all I'm saying.
Because the guy, the Adam, the bachelor, she lets him come.
Adam, who was getting a BJ in the... yeah.
Oh my God, is that from the next episode that you told us?
Oh my God. I mean, This is
my
water.
God.
I'm sorry. This is water in my cup.
Well, anyway, so they're gonna basically take the circumstances that her dad has died, use her emotions and those characteristics, cut the fact that her dad has died out, and present her that she's just a psycho bitch with these crazy emotions. So that's super, super crazy.
Also, there was the new black bitch.
Right. Yeah.
She started to amp up her routine to try to be more visible on the show.
Yeah.
And she went after
the lady, the
Caitlyn.
Caitlyn. You know, and then Rachel also has this roommate that has her laptop that has apparently all this confidential information on it. But one of the things it really has is that we find out that Rachel and Jeremy, which is one of the guys that she used to date, used to be engaged, and that they have all these exchanges back and forth. So her roommate is blackmailing her for this, and it's basically like, I'm gonna if you don't give me this money, then I'm gonna send this out to all your coworkers, because I guess it has the staff list on there too. So,
but here's my thing. But where the roommate missed the mark. Since you sent off this joint, I ain't gonna pay you nothing.
Nothing. It's out there.
It's good. It's good. You got nothing to hold over me.
Right. Especially if I'm like, I'm coming.
Yeah.
Yes. This show is shaping up to be very interesting. We've already got a spoiler alert for the next episode. So
you don't know who it is, though. You don't know who it is. Blah, blah, blah.
Better not be Caitlyn.
No, that would be hot. But Unreal, Monday nights on Lifetime.
Following Devious Maids. So tune in. Now we're going to move on to Power. Power on Stars.
On Stars.
Yes.
Premium packages only, though, folks.
Right. Up your cable game.
Up your cable game. That's going to be $179 a month for you.
Right, because my cable bill is like, I'd be like, how long do I have to not pay for my bill?
They give you 2 months. I know from experience. 2 months, no
2 months. Because I know after a month you get a message.
You get a message. You get a little gray bill.
From what I heard.
I'm telling you, you get 2 months from experience.
So anyways, Power, where we last picked up, Ghost is at Angela's house because he thinks that Angela knows about her and has been playing him all along. But he kind of finds out basically that she really doesn't know as much information that he does know.
That he believes it.
So he's kind of a little settled, but which is kind of weird to me because, like you would think this would be the time to get out. Now that you know what she does, you're like, okay, let me start pulling back. Instead, he's like, oh, that's good. We can still be together, sleep together, do all that. Like, dude, you're still in danger.
He clearly must love her.
Right. She loves him too. She's crazy about him. She takes the key from her sister and gives to him.
She doesn't want him to be guilty, even though he's guilty in a mug.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes. And so she gives him the key. And which is a big step for anybody that gets a key to somebody's house. And she's a side chick. Like, what's up with all these side chicks on TV? Like,
that's what. Unfortunately, side chicks are real, period. So that's why they keep popping up on TV.
It's the new thing.
I tell you.
I'm just saying.
Side chicks is the new black.
Side chicks is the new
Oh my
black.
God. Well, anyways, he goes in, he finds it out because he uses the key and goes into snooping. Like, and that's like a real moment because, like, if you ever dated someone, if you had the suspicions, like, I have torn people's house up looking for stuff. Have you not torn?
Yeah.
Let me tell you.
Yeah.
That always makes you feel like a bad person.
Don't leave your phone. I will go through your phone.
I will go through your phone.
I will drive up to your house.
Don't leave me at your house alone. I will go through. I will go through your drawers, your closets, your medicine cabinets.
I'm just saying.
Like, I would go through your email, your internet history.
Yeah.
I'm going through it.
Right.
So, she works with one of the girls to get a sketch, basically, and she finds out that she suspects that it's Tommy.
It's Tommy, yes. And the sketch was a dead ringer for Tommy.
She was like, wait a minute, I just gotta listen to the tape.
I went to school with this guy 20 years ago.
Yes, and then, she confirmed, she breaks into the FBI system.
Somehow, some way.
Into somebody else's.
A local precinct cop is like hacking into the FBI, and she's like,
right. And I'm like, don't your password need to be like capital letter, lowercase?
It's a password phrase. This
first
is
right.
Yeah. It ain't gonna be.
Toto.
It was like Toto. Toto.
Right. It was
Enter.
crazy. Right.
Password
and so she gets the tape to listen to it. So That's when she looks up Ghost and finds out James St. James is not in the system.
James St. James, yes.
Was that his name? James
Patrick. James St. Patrick.
St. Patrick. James St. Patrick is not in the system. So because at first she starts to withdraw a little bit, but when she gets to go that he's not in the system, then she's back into it. Also, Holly gets out of the hospital. She's gonna be trouble because basically
she got a lot of mouth.
She's got a lot of mouth, and she's manipulating Tommy, and Tommy's falling for it.
Well, good for her though. She has information. She can use that
she's
to her
gonna use the information and she
benefit.
So
especially around with these folks.
Yeah, she had Tommy to tell her basically what really went down, how she got shot after.
If I got shot, I want to know how I got shot though too.
Yes, but then it's like if I got shot and I'm a drug lord and it could really put me away for a long period of time, no, I'm not gonna tell you how you got shot. I don't care how much I love you.
I mean, Tommy's a dummy. But
Tommy is a dummy.
Tommy's a dummy.
And also 50 reveals himself that he's back. And so that's kind of interesting as well too.
He's giving the Spike Lee treatment. Don't put yourself on your own stuff.
I mean, I kind of like 50 on there.
He's playing that 50 Cent might be like.
Should I try?
He's playing. That's what he's doing. He's playing it from that joint. But I mean, yeah, he's. I think 50's a good actor. He's doing his thing on there. But we're gonna see how that develops.
And he's gonna be trouble too, actually.
He's already been trouble.
He's always trouble. Ghost is starting not to suspect him. To suspect him a little bit. Ghost is starting to suspect him a little bit, but Tommy is kind of oblivious because he's like, "Oh, let's throw him back out on the street."
Oh yeah, let's get him back in. Let's throw him a stripper's party.
Right. Yes.
Yeah.
And so the son, he asked the son. He was like, "Yo, so really, how long did you know your dad was out?"
But this is my thing though, and I know I talked about this last week. That son is as old as I am. And you got 50 Cent. He might be like 3 years older than me. I mean, like, that's 50 son.
50, he started early.
He must have started real early. He started at 4, getting it.
Right. And then, Howard Stern. Is his name Howard Stern? No,
not Howard Stern. But his name is Stern. That is Stern.
Simon Stern.
Simon Stern
basically, has been basically forced Ghost to work for him. And now he's been even shady because, Ghost wants to buy the club back, so they make an agreement that if he gets the club back up at like 20%, something about 20%, then he can buy the club back cash only. So then Simon basically goes and takes one of the employees that's trusted, one of Ghost's trusted employees that's right under him, and makes him his boss. And it's basically like, you're going to make sure that he doesn't get this.
He's trying to put the screws to Ghost, basically.
Right. And he was like, we're going to learn what he knows, his tricks, and then we're going to get rid of him. And then he was like, and I'm going to give you truth. But if he going to do that to him, he'll do it to you. Like, don't ever trust nobody that's doing dirty.
Words of wisdom?
Every dog has his day. But it ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun, okay?
Ooh, look at all this knowledge.
Yes. Speaking of Married to Medicine isms, let's go ahead and hot talk to our girls down in the ATL. So,
what's wrong with them, though?
Don't know, but they are so funny.
They're funny, but there's something wrong with them.
So first of all, Simone, how they is talking to one of her patients, which I don't think if they was one of my doctors, I would not be appearing on the screen. You would never know that I went to Dr. Simone. I would not be talking to you about my problems, whether I'm having a baby,
you wouldn't know that I need a new vaginal mesh or something like that. It just wouldn't be exported over TV.
Right. So this one girl basically is like talking about she's trying to have a baby, but she can't get pregnant. And so she's like, how often do you and your husband have sex? She's like 2 to 3 times a week. So, I mean, how often should couples or married couples have sex?
That sounds like the norm.
2 to 3 sounds about right.
Yeah, I mean, every day is too much.
Well, every day is too much. People got other things to do.
Maybe once a week.
Oh, I
once a week?
Once a week? What? No, listen, when you be busy,
busy, but if you got some living type joint, then you better just
once a week.
Ooh.
Once a week.
If we can even do once a week.
I think we're identifying the reasons.
I was thinking the same thing.
No, once a week is good.
Once a week?
No, when you are busy, 2 to 3 times a week?
2 to 3 times
At
a week.
least twice. At least twice.
That's not something that takes like 5 hours.
At least twice.
I can give you once a week, and then another time a week we can just do something else.
See, this is why side chicks.
Yeah, side chicks. That's why side chicks are alive. Because the main joint is like once a week. And once a week it sounds...
Maybe once a week.
And that sounds obligatory, like you don't like,
come on, really? Once a week is good. We
and maybe something special on
but busy, you still gotta...
Oh my God, whatever.
You're never too busy for that.
And she was talking about this sex move that her husband was doing to get pregnant called the plow. I was like, what is the plow?
Hey, what is the plow? Please
share. The plow is basically when you used to play them races and stuff, where you have somebody, you be here. We'll have Buddy do the plow.
Oh no.
This is the plow.
Oh no.
But she's on her hand.
Oh, the plow. Oh, yes.
But she on her head.
No, she's on her hands.
Oh, okay.
But right, yeah, apparently, the positions that
and
you
then
are.
the other guy is here. And so it's just like those.
The other guy, honey, there's only one guy.
Is that the only position they was doing?
There's only one guy.
Okay. Anyways, so moving on to Quad. Quad and Lisa Nicole is upset because
I've been thinking this for years though, 2 or 3 years. Why is her name like Quad Love and Near? What's her name?
Her real first name is like LaQuadria or something like
Jesus, keep me near the garage.
Lunsford Webb.
Lunsford, yes.
Because I think her maiden name was Lunsford and her husband's name is Webb. But, she's fabulous, so she had to keep the
Lunsford. That's actually the nice part. It's the LaQuadria.
It's not, it may not be LaQuadria, but Quad is just it's the nickname. So, like you have a girl named Latasha, and you be like, hey, Tasha.
That's pretty.
But LaQuadria, that's a little hood.
LaQuadria.
It's creative.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little creative. And, so she hires a PI because Lisa Nicole had a background check on her. And so she wants to get even and find out what Lisa Nicole has, basically.
Yeah, she does.
And so she was like, Lisa Nicole is holding this background check over her like a man holds child support over a woman. And so,
but did you see the PI though?
No, because he looked like Joe Jackson and she
looked like Joe Jackson.
She looked like Latoya. I was like, what? It's the Jacksons in Atlanta. And then she go meet, she's like, saying all these cold things.
Trying to be real discreet in the middle of some diner.
Like the cameras is on.
Yeah, the cameras is on you, yo.
Like, so she's like basically like, you know what? I want to find out about her. She may be pines all clean, but I'm about to find out about her. She was just like, Lisa, silly rabbit, the tricks on you. She was like, she want to know even if her mom's elbows are ashy. So she was like, I need to know all of this.
All this stuff, all the dirt.
And she even comes with a package. She was like, oh, here goes.
I mean, she came in there like, Inspector Clouseau. Like, one of the cartoons.
Address. His Instagram. Like,
doing too much.
He was like, okay, I think this is sufficient.
Hey, hands up.
2016.
Yeah. 6 months.
And so, one of the other things that was basically Simone and Toya. The husbands are trying to get them to reconcile.
Trying to get them on in a more pleasant place.
Yeah.
But it didn't work though.
It did not work.
It didn't work.
But I think it did.
But why would you think that it would have worked though?
I thought I did not work because Toya came in not with a spirit of trying to make it work.
But that's consistent.
Yeah, but like if you're really gonna try to make it work, then you try to make it work. Simone came in, she was like, oh, I'll give you a hug. She was like, do you really wanna hug me? You already started this on the wrong tone. Like, why would you even do this? And then when she was and then when they was like say one good thing about each other, she was like, you are seemingly nice. And I was like, you can't say somebody is seemingly nice.
That's something that I would say though.
That's shade.
You appear to be nice.
Me?
No.
I was just saying, I'm so nice. I'm one of the nicest people you will ever meet.
You play nice on TV.
Right. Oh, anyways, but it did not work. Simone ended up storming out, hollering at her husband, don't send me out to fail! Why would you do this?
It goes back to the Unreal. Yeah. No, Unreal.
Oh, right.
The way that these people are acting, because who the hell does that?
Well, if I gotta work with you, and then I need to just, but they kind of actually started to develop a real friendship at one point. and when it went left, you want to try to salvage something if it was genuine.
Even when my friendships go left, which doesn't really happen to me, but even if it would have, I'd be like, holla.
Well, I don't like you.
Oh, buddy. Womp womp. Well, that's our shows for this week, guys. Make sure you like this video.
Yes, like it.
Like the video, thumbs up, share with your friends, and make sure you click here on Buddy for hot topics, because we got some great hot topics for you, right? So we gotta go, but until next time, let's roll the credits in honor of Rachel.
Oh.
It don't matter if you're black or white. If you're thinking about being my baby, it don't matter if you're black or white.
It's black.
All
It's white.
right.
Oh.